Hello children, I'm back again with another lesson. In our last class, we have studied about the describing words and we have used many of the describing words for two trees to find out the difference between that two trees, and we have used some words. We have used some describing words through a word verb. So can you see some of the describing words that we learned from the last class? Yes, big, small, tall, short, circle, square, red, green. So these are some describing words. So what we will do today? Yes, today we will make some sentences using these describing words through some paper chits. Paper chits? Yes, I'll show you that. See, these are the paper chits. Here, I have written some words on this paper. So, by using these paper chits, by using these paper, we will make some sentences. Okay, dears, look at this bottle. What is the color of this bottle? Yes, it is in violet color, right? So, you are saying, ma'am, it is violet. But I am always saying you that you have to give your answers in complete sentence. So what will you say? Yes, you will say the color of the bottle is violet, right? So today we will use these describing words in our sentences. Okay then, what about our story, Pranav's friends? What is favorite thing of Pranav? Yes, his favorite thing was tree. And what about you? What is your favorite thing? It may vary, right? And you know children, what is my favorite thing? My favorite thing is mango. I like mango. I like its taste. It is very tasty and it is juicy. So here, what is this tasty and juicy? These words, what is these words? Yes, this tasty and juicy, these are the describing words. So this how we are going to use these describing words in sentences. So now I'll show you some paper chits as I told you before. So by using that paper chits, we'll make some sentences. Okay, let's move for the activity now. Yes dears, so these are the paper chits. So by using these paper chits, we will make some sentences. So what could be the first sentence? Let's take a naming word first. Can you find out a naming word from these paper chits? Yes, here let's take the word tree. Okay, then let's take a describing word for this tree. So we can take the word tall. So now it is tall tree. Then let's make a sentence with this describing word. The tall tree is my favorite. So this is the sentence. The tall tree is my favorite. And after completing this sentence, we have to add this full stop. So now it will become a complete sentence. The tall tree is my favorite. Then can you find out the describing words from this sentence? Yes, the describing words are tall and favorite. So these are the describing words. So we will use these type of describing words and we'll make some sentences. Here I have so many paper chits. So let's make some more sentence with this word. Here again I am taking this word tall. This is a describing word tall. Then let's make a sentence with the describing word tall. I am tall. I am tall. So now it is a sentence, and after completing this sentence we have to put a full stop after this. Then let's make one more sentence with these paper chits. Yes, the circle is green. So here I got another sentence with these paper chits. The circle is green. And next My toy is black. So here I got one more sentence. My toy is black. So first of all, for making this sentence, I have taken a naming word, and after then I have used one describing word with that naming word. And after I have added some more words like this is and the. So like these words I have added to make sentence. So this how we are going to make sentences by using these describing words. Thank you. So dears, how did you make that sentences? In that activity, we have used some paper cheats. By using that words with that paper, we have made some sentences, right? So this how we have made that sentences. The tall tree is my favorite, and I am tall. The circle is green. My toy is black. So look at this first sentence. The tall tree is my favorite. So here, what is this tall? What is this word tall? Is it a describing word? Yes, it is a describing word. And this favorite. These two words, tall and favorite, these are the describing words. Then what about this I am tall in this sentence? Yes, here the tall, this is the describing word. And the circle is green. What is the describing word here? Yes, this green, this color, it is a describing word. And my toy is black. So the same again. This black, it is a describing word. So in that activity, first of all, we have taken some naming words. What are they in this from this first sentence? First of all, we have taken some naming words. So what is the naming word here? It is tree, this tree. It is a naming word. It is a name of a thing. And then we have taken some describing words to describe the naming word. So what are the describing words? This tall and favorite. These two words that we have taken after taking the naming words. Then we have used some words, some more words we have added in that sentence, and at last there we have to put a full stop, right? So now it will become a complete sentence. The tall tree is my favorite. So this how we can make a complete sentence by using these describing words. So here where we have used these describing words, listen this sentence. Here where is the position of that describing words? Yes, here we can see this is a describing word. This tall, it is before this naming word. This describing word is standing before this naming word or after these am, is or are. After the words am or is or are. These doing words. After these words also we can use the describing words. So we are using this describing words either before the naming word or after the words am, is or are. So dears, you can try to make more words by using that paper cheats. How will you make? First of all, you have to sort out. You will sort out the naming words, and after then you will use some describing words matching with your naming word and added some words, and after that you have to added some words like am, is or are, and at last put a full stop. So like this way we can make a complete sentence. See here, I have written some sentences here. Pranav is a tall boy. So what is the naming word here? Yes, this boy, it is a naming word. And what is the describing word? Yes, there is no doubt this tall, it is the describing word. And the building is tall. So what is the describing word here? Yes, it is the tall, it is the describing word, and this building, this is the naming word. I climb the tall tree. So what is the describing word here? Is again this tall. It is the describing word, and the tall giraffes eat leaves from tall trees. So here also this tall, these two talls are the describing words. Here we have used the describing word tall, T-A-L-L, this word in every sentence. So where we have used this describing word, where is the position of these describing words? Yes, most of the time we are using these describing words before the naming word. Where it is? Before the naming word or after the words am, is or are. So see here, Pranav is a tall boy. This boy, it is a naming word. It is a noun, and we are using this word, this tall, before this naming word. And look at the second sentence, the building is tall. So where is the position of this describing word here? It is after this is. So in am, is or are, after these words we are also using describing words, either before the naming word or after the words am, is or are. And at last, after completing that sentence, we have to put a full stop. Okay, let me ask one question. Can we use the same describing words to describe anything? Yes, we can use the same describing words to describe anything. Here, for example, let's see the first sentence. Pranav is a tall boy. So here I have used the describing word tall. So I can use these describing word tall for many other things. Like here, Pranav is a tall boy, or my brother is very tall, or my cupboard is tall. So like that we can use these describing words in anything. Okay, and what things can a describing word tell us about a naming word? What are the things that we are getting by using these describing words? Yes, we have learned now. In our last class, we have used some describing words for the trees. We have compared the trees according to their size, shape and color. So describing words tell us about the size, shape, color, feeling like happy or sad, and quality. It means good, gentle, caring, loving. No, we have found some qualities of Pranav, right? So these describing words tell us more information about the naming word, about the noun. Then here I have written some more sentence on this board. Look at this board here. My favorite dress is a red frock. The frock is long and it has black stripes. So here also, in this side also, I have written the same sentence. Then can you find out anything wrong, any errors in this sentence? See here, the first sentence, my favorite dress is a red frock. Look at this sentence. Here anything wrong? Yes, look at this beginning letter. What is it? Is it capital or small? Yes, it is not a capital letter. It starts with a small letter. So we have to rewrite this letter M with capital M. So here I have written the correct way of writing my favorite dress is a red frock. So what about this red? This letter R should be capital or small? Yes, it should not be capital. Why? Because this red, this word red, it is a describing word. It is a color. So describing words, it will not start with the capital letter. It must start with small letter. So this also I wrote here in a correct manner. And can you see any full stop here? No, there is no full stop. I have not used a full stop here. So at the end of the sentence, after completing that sentence, we have to put a full stop. So here also something wrong. Then the frog is long. Again, it starts with a small letter. So here I have written with capital letter. And what about the word frog? Here the letter, the beginning letter F, it's also start with capital letter. Why is it needed to start with this capital letter? This frog, we already learned that in the case of proper naming words, we can start with capital letter. But this frog, it is a common naming word. So we can rewrite this letter capital F with this small f. Okay, then it has black stripes. Here again, this is start with, Yes, small letter. So you have to rewrite this one like this way. It has black stripes. Here also one mistake. What about this capital B? This is also a describing word. So describing words, it will not start with capital letter. It must starts with the small letter, and in the case of proper naming word, it always start with capital letter. So what are the problems that we have found from these sentences? Yes, first of all, I have not start with the capital letter here in this column, and I have not used any full stop also. And there is one more thing here, I have used in some of the describing words starts with capital letter. So you have to rewrite this describing word capital letter into small letter, and at the end of the sentence, after completing that sentence, you have to put a full stop. So these are some important things. This capital letter, full stop, and this describing words, it will start with the small letter. So these are some things that we have to keep in our mind while we are writing the sentences. So let's read that rules here. All sentences must begin with a capital letter and with a full stop. So we have learned that the sentence always starts with a capital letter and it ends with a full stop, and that have a naming word or pronoun like he, she, I, they, it. Okay, then that have a doing word or am, is or are, means doing words. That means come, go, sit, stand, like this doing words, that also we are using in the sentence. So these are some important things, important rules that we have to keep in our mind while writing the sentence. So now let's move to our workbook. It's our workbook time. So take page number 43 of your workbook. Describing a thing. So number 1, write one sentence each about the mango tree and the pine tree using describing words. So here we have used some describing words for this mango tree and pine tree. So you'll use these words. You will use these describing words for making the sentence for this mango tree and pine tree. Like the mango tree has green leaves and it gives us sweet mangoes and all. And what about the pine tree? Yes, it is very tall and the leaves of the pine tree is long. So like this way you have to write 2-3 sentences about this mango tree and pine tree. And number 2, write 3 sentences about the things that are the same between both the trees. So here you have to write the similarity, the same things that in this mango tree and pine tree. So how can we write this? Yes, both the trees are in green in color and that have brown branches. Like this way you can write the similarities in between these 2 trees. And number 3, draw a tree and write 2 words to describe your tree. So here you have to draw a picture of tree and use 2 describing words like it is tall or short, green in color. So like this way you can use describing words for that trees, for your trees. Okay, then let's move to the page number 44, peer review. Use the checklist to review the sentences written in S3. So what will you do here? Yes, you have written some sentences here in S3. So based upon that sentence, not only that sentence, in common you have to check these given rules, whether it is correct or not according to the sentences, according to the given examples. So number 1, Pranav's tree is tall. So there is a rule, all sentences have naming words. So if it is yes or no, you have to put a tick mark along with the column. Then proper naming words begins with capital letter. Is it correct? Proper naming words begins with a capital letter? Yes, it is true. Proper naming words always starts with a capital letter. Here one example, the trees are Pranav's friend. So the word Pranav, it is a name of a person, it is a name of a boy. So it is a proper noun, it will start with capital letter. So put a tick mark. And all sentences end with a full stop. Full stop. Yes, it is true. Then all sentences start with a capital letter. That also right. And sentences have describing words that tell about naming word. One example is given, Pranav's tree is tall. What about this? All sentences have describing words and that tell about the naming words. Yes, we have learned that these describing words that tell us more information about the naming word, about the person, place, thing or animal. Okay, then let's move to the last question. To rewrite the sentences to describe trees. So here you have to write 5 sentences to describe the trees. Like the tree is tall and it gives us so many fruits and vegetables and all. You have to use some describing words and by using that describing words you will make some sentences. Okay, then let's move to our practice questions. That is number 5. After 4, read the paragraph, pick out 5 errors and rewrite the sentences correctly in your notebook. So here one paragraph is given. So you have to find out the errors that is happening in this paragraph and correctly write and send it to me. Then number 6, making words. Use your letter cards. Here 9 letters are given. So by using that letters you have to find out maximum number of words by following the rules. Some rules also we have learned while making the words. Okay. Then last one, number 7. What else can be your friends in nature? Yes, we saw that Pranav's. Who are his friends? Trees and bushes. So what else can be your friends except these trees and bushes? Yes, water, flowers and butterfly. This also can be our friends. So like this way you can write these answers. So today we have learned about the describing words and where is the position of describing words? Yes, it is before the naming word. Either before the naming word or after the words am, is or are in a sentence. Yes, I hope this is clear to you. So in our coming class we will start our grammar guide, this book. So be ready with this book in our coming class. So I'll meet you in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.